Hey guys, it's Brooke. Welcome back to my channel, or to my channel if you're new here. I hope you guys stay. So for today's video, as requested, I am going to be reading some of your guys' scariest paranormal stories that you sent me. I have yet to read them, so I am very excited to see what they say. So if you guys want to hear these really scary paranormal ghost stories, make sure you keep watching this video. But before we get into those stories, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I post every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and also follow me on all my social media in the description below. It's also in the beginning of the video. And let's get into reading some of these paranormal ghost stories. So in last week's video, I asked you guys to DM me some of your scariest paranormal ghost stories, and I actually got quite a few. I'm going to be sharing some of them in this video, and then eventually I'm going to be doing a part 2 to this video. So if you guys missed out on sharing with me some of your scary stories, you still have the opportunity to do so. Just slide into my DMs on Instagram at BrookeAlardoOfficial and tell me some of your really scary paranormal ghost stories if you want them to be read. And yeah, we are gonna get into them now. So the first scary ghost story comes from Imir_Doherty04. She says, "Here's my ghost story. My friends were playing the Ouija board in my basement when they stayed over. At about 4 a.m., one of my friends woke up and was just sitting up straight for about 5 minutes. I let it go and tried to sleep, but every time I moved to the left, I felt breathing on my face. I hate going to sleep now." That short story literally just creeped me out so much. I don't think I would ever be able to sleep if one of my friends did that while they were next to me. And if I felt them breathing on my neck, oh my god, I would never be able to sleep again. Or have a sleepover with that person. The next ghost story comes from Jody Caden 16. They said, "Hi Brooke, I have a very creepy and unexplainable paranormal story. When I was little, my family and I were living in this little bluish house, and I honestly don't know what the history of this house is at all. And this very particular bedroom that I'd stay in was always seemed to be very cold, and when I was taking my nap in there, I was currently awake when this occurred. I was just walking around my room, and as soon as I turned around, this very creepy looking dark wooden crib just appeared out of nowhere. And I walked up to it and could see this baby sleeping in the crib, and then had looked up to see a woman leaning against the crib, just staring at the baby sleeping in the crib. And I went to touch the baby on the forehead, and it literally had felt so insanely warm. It was like touching a real life baby. And then the whole crib literally had vanished right after I walked away from it. It was the creepiest thing I've ever encountered in my life. And the last time I saw the house, it just looked even more creepier than ever, and it gave me the chills." I'm not sure if Jody was taking a nap or was awake when this happened, but either way, that is terrifying. If I had a dream like that in a house that I was living in, I don't think I could be in that house. Like, I would feel like that house was haunted. And if that happened when this person was awake, I literally would have fled the country. This next story comes from the person who actually suggested this video idea, and it is Taylor_Ireno. She says, "Hey girl, I loved your video today. I experienced sleep paralysis before as well. Very scary, yes. I felt like I was being extremely haunted a few months ago, and I hadn't been sleeping because of it. So one night I experienced it, and it was the single most terrifying thing I had ever had to deal with. I never saw demons, thankfully, but I did feel like I heard someone say my name when no one else was in the house, and I felt a human finger tap me on the foot, and no one was there." She then continued in a different message saying, "My family thought it was my grandfather watching over me, but I don't know. Also my dad's mother, who died when I was 3, watching over me, because she never really got to know me, and I don't even remember her, TBH. Thanks for that, girl. Can't wait to watch." Like, oh my god, sleep paralysis is scary enough, but waking up by feeling someone tapping on you or hearing your name called, I think I would get up and walk out my front door and never walk back into it. Alright, this next story comes from old account 0792. They said, "Hey Brooke, my most scary story that happened to me was the time when I woke up in the middle of the night to find a figure standing on top of me. I looked at it directly in the eyes, and it screamed in my face and ran out of the room. The figure was all black and had the body shape of a regular human body. I've never had any ghostly experience up until then, and it shocked me. I told my family the next morning and they had never seen anything like that before. That is so scary. That actually just gave me the chills. Like, anytime I wake up in the middle of the night, I always get so scared to open my eyes because I feel like there's going to be a figure standing above me. It freaks me out so much. I would never be able to sleep again. All right, this next story I literally just received. It is from Mudane Said. This one is one of the longest stories that I was sent, so I'm excited to read it. So the story goes like this. My family and I moved into this house 8 years ago, which is the house I'm currently living in. My older brother and my sister walked to school every morning. My brother was searching for something, I forgot what it was, in the basement. And in the basement, there's a laundry room. In the laundry room, he saw what appeared as my little sister, but she was facing the laundry machine and slowly walking towards it. He started calling her name, but she wouldn't respond to him. So he got what he wanted and he headed upstairs and he saw my sister and he almost had a heart attack. 6 years after, my dad had this dream, and mind you, my dad does not believe in ghosts and stuff. In this dream, there was a girl that seemed to be my sister, but he said that something seemed off. She led him into the basement, exactly where my brother said he saw her. Last summer, I was being stupid and my friends and I started playing the Ouija board. We finally contacted this spirit, which seemed to be a girl, and she was 17 years old. And she also claimed to have died in the house I currently lived in. When I put all the pieces together, I told my uncle and my brother. We started talking about it, and all of a sudden, a kitchen light exploded and broke into pieces. Oh my goodness, that is terrifying. That story literally just gave me goosebumps. For the father to have that dream 6 years later of exactly what happened to the brother, that's terrifying. Oh my goodness. I would love to know more about this spirit and like how the spirit died, like what she was still doing there, if she wanted something, like, oh, that is so scary. All right, and this final one that I'm sharing with you guys comes from a dear friend of mine, Nicaroni, and the reason I saved this one for last is because the story he shares with me actually happened in my house, and it was something that I had no idea that happened. So he says, so I was watching a really scary movie with your sister, my twin sister Brandy. I'm pretty sure it was The Conjuring or something like that, and all of the lights were off, nothing was moving, and then all of a sudden, as a scary part of the movie came on, the curtains to the back door moved a lot and really loudly. We turned on the lights and no one was there. The air conditioning wasn't on and the dog was asleep, and we still to this day have no idea how it happened. Oh my god. To think that happened in my house. I feel like there are so many paranormal things that happen in my house. My house is so old. Like, I feel like I'm just so like blinded by it because like I choose not to see it, but I constantly hear noises in my house. There are probably so many things that I don't even realize are happening in my house that have to do with like ghosts and are paranormal, so I'm gonna start keeping track of these things and paying closer attention to this stuff. And I'll, in the near future, make a My House is Haunted Part 2 storytime video for you guys. But yeah, these are all the stories that I decided to read for today's video. I hope you guys liked this paranormal video. If you did, please leave this video a thumbs up and also subscribe down below. Also, leave some new video suggestions in the comments below. And don't forget to message me on Brookelardo Official on my Instagram or on my Twitter. You can DM me at Brookelardo and share with me some of your guys' scary paranormal stories, and I will do a part 2 of paranormal storytelling videos telling your guys' ghost stories. Alrighty guys, have a very happy Monday. I will see you on Wednesday.